Hello girls, ಈ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಲೆಕ್ಚರ್ಗೆ ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಸ್ವಾಗತ. This is the 10th class on the topic differential calculus of scalar and vector fields. In this topic, we are going to study curl of a vector field, irrotational vector, properties of curl, conservative vector, ಮತ್ತು ಕೆಲವು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕರ್ಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಎ ವೆಕ್ಟಾರ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ಇರ್ರೋಟೇಷನಲ್ ವೆಕ್ಟಾರ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, some of the properties of curl, what do we mean by conservative vector, and some example based on all these definitions is what we are going to consider in this video lecture. Let us look at the definition of curl of a vector field. So let us take f be a continuously differentiable vector point function. So f na ಒಂದು differentiable vector point function ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು vector point function which is differentiable also. The curl of f is denoted by curl f. So f, when only we can apply the curl to a vector, and we can see that when we apply curl to a vector, whatever we are going to get will also be a vector. So curl of a vector is a vector field. So this is denoted by curl f, or you can even write it in terms of the Nabla notation del cross f, and is defined by curl f is equal to del cross f is equal to I hat dou by dou x plus j hat dou by dou y plus k hat dou by dou z cross f. And using f is equal to f1 I hat plus f2 j hat plus f3 k hat. f ನ ಅದರ ಕಾಂಪೋನೆಂಟ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡಾಗ ಏನಂತ ಬರೀಬಹುದು, ಇವಾಗ ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಕರ್ಲ್ ಎಫ್ ನ ನಾವು ಕರ್ಲ್ ಎಫ್ is equal to del cross f is equal to dou f3 by dou y minus dou f2 by dou z I hat plus dou f1 by dou z minus dou f3 by dou x j hat plus dou f2 by dou x minus dou f1 by dou y k hat. This is what will be the curl of a vector field. See, how did you write this? If at all you want to write, find the curl of a vector field. For all computational purposes, curl f is written in the determinant form as curl f is equal to del cross f is equal to, you can see that it is a 3/3 determinant where the first row is the unit vectors in the directions x, y and z, which are given by I hat, j hat and k hat, and the second row comes from the vector differential operator del, which is dou by dou x, dou by dou y and dou by dou z, and third row comes from the vector f, the components of which are written in the third row, which are f1, f2, f3. So once again, remember here, though it is like the cross product of two vectors, it is looking like the cross product of two vectors, but you should not think it as the usual cross product. It is the operator del cross which is being operated on f. So for computational purposes, we can just think that this is looking like this determinant and it is behaving as if we have the cross product of two vectors. That is the reason why I hope you remember that while defining the vector differential operator, we have told that it is analogous to a vector. So this is how we represent curl of a vector field. Let us look at what do we mean by curl of a vector field physically. So curl is the ability of a vector to spin around. So curl of a vector field ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂದ್ರೇ ಅದರ ಅರ್ಥ ಏನು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಎಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಪಿನ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಎಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಇದೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಆ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ಗೆ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. It measures the tendency of the vector field to swirl around. So you can see here. So this is how it looks like. See, it is the ability of a vector to spin around, or it may be like this also. it is a measure of how much a field of force can turn you or spin you about its axis or about your axis. So this obviously depends on how far one is from the center of the force field. So ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಒಂದು force field ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋದಕ್ಕೂ ನಾವು ಅದರಿಂದ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ದೂರದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋದಕ್ಕೂ ಆ spinning ability different ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. So you can see here, this is also one of the example. Let us look at some physical examples. We have seen here, you can see here hurricane. So this is how the hurricane works, and you can see that there is a rotation or the spin, and you can definitely know that by looking at this figure, you can easily see that if suppose you are trying to catch the spin of a particle at this center, it will be far higher compared to the spin of a particle far away from this center. Similarly, you can think of water in a sink. So you can see here, so the particle very near to this area will be spinning or will have the more ability to spin than compared to the water little far away from this center. Similarly, you can think of a tornado. See tornado, how it happens. There are two types of airflow. You can see that cold air is coming down and hot air is moving up, and that when there is a interface of these two, then you have a tornado formed. Similarly, you can think of a whirlpool. So you can see here, we see that such things many times in the rivers, near the rivers, they would have put up a board saying that there are whales here, ಸುಳಿಗಳಿವೆ ಎಚ್ಚರಿಕೆ. So that like that they would have written. So that means there is a place in that field where there is a lot of spinning is happening. Okay. So you can see here. So this is what happens when you have the lot of spinning, then curl of the vector field is not equal to 0 in that space. And similarly, if you look at this area here, curl of f is equal to 0. That means the place which is far away from this spinning point, you can see that curl f will be equal to 0. We shall take up one simple example here where W is the way the wind is blowing. Then the tornado is the curl of W. Curl is the twistness of the field which points around the curl. Although the wind around the tornado is moving, all of the twisting is happening only at the tornado itself. So wind ಅದರ ಹತ್ರದಲ್ಲಿರೋದು ಸ್ಪಿನ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು ಕೂಡ, ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು ಕೂಡ, ಟ್ವಿಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಏನಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಟೊರ್ನಾಡೋ ಇರೋ ಹತ್ರನೇ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. So you can see here where there is the spinning or twisting happening, curl of that wind is not equal to 0, whereas little far away you can see at this arrow point there is no spinning or not much movement as compared to this tornado. So here curl of W is equal to 0. So with this definition of curl of a vector field, we can just note few points. If f is a constant vector, then curl f will be equal to 0. How is this? You can easily remember, just now we have saw the definition of curl gave us the determinant, which was in the first row we had the unit vector, second row was the partial derivatives with respect to x, y and z, and the third row were the components of f. So now if f is a constant vector, so when you expand the determinant, each and every term is going to be 0, hence you are going to get a 0 vector. If C is a scalar, then curl CF is same as C times curl F. So this is also obvious because if F is a vector which is multiplied by a scalar C, and you know that that will come in the last row. So last row, if C is constant throughout, what we can do is we can take C outside so that you can write it as C times curl F. And curl of a vector field is a vector quantity which we have seen. This is again And one more important point that we already have discussed. So I told you that though curl F behaves as if it is the cross product of two vectors, but you should not think that it is the cross product of two vectors. You should remember that del cross is an operator which is being operated on F. So the symbol del cross F does not represent the cross product of del and F in the sense of cross product of two vectors, because del is just a differential operator and not a vector. So if v is the velocity of a particle in a rigid body rotating about a fixed axis with uniform angular velocity, then half times of v is the angular velocity of the body. So this is what we observe. Let us look at now what do we mean by an irrotational vector. So ಹೆಸರೇ ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ ಇದು irrotational vector ಅಂದ್ರೆ rotation ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. rotation ಇಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಈಗ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಜಿಫ್ ಇಮೇಜಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಫಿಗರ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದೀವಿ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ತೋರಿಸುತ್ತೆ, ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಪಿನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೋ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕರ್ಲ್ ಎಫ್ 0 ಇರಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಪಿನ್ ಇಲ್ಲೋ, ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಸ್ಪಿನ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ವೋ ಅಥವಾ ರೊಟೇಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ವೋ, ಟ್ವಿಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ವೋ ಅಂತಹ ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಕರ್ಲ್ ಎಫ್ 0 ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ರೊಟೇಷನ್ ಇಲ್ಲಾರ ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಕರ್ಲ್ ಎಫ್ 0 ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅಥವಾ ಕರ್ಲ್ ಎಫ್ 0 ಇದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ರೊಟೇಷನ್ ಇರಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಇಂಥ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ನಾವೇನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ರೊಟೇಷನಲ್ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಎ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಎಫ್ is said to be irrotational if curl f is equal to 0. Let us look at some of the properties of curl of a vector. First property, if v is a constant vector, show that curl v is equal to 0. So this is quite obvious. We have seen through our animations or images that in those figures we saw that where there is a twist or rotation or spin, curl of that field is not equal to 0. But away from that, if you see there is no twisting happening at that place, curl of the vector will be equal to 0. So let us see how we are going to prove this. We have curl v is I hat cross dou v by dou x plus j hat cross dou v by dou y plus k hat cross dou v by dou z, which is equal to I hat cross 0 plus j hat cross 0 plus k hat cross 0, which is equal to 0 vector. So how did you get this zeros here? You can see you have the differentiation of v with respect to x, y and z, and since the vector v being a constant vector, so all those components turn out to be zeros. If you want, you can even write it in the form of determinant expand by taking the vector v as some constant vector v1 I hat plus v2 j hat plus v3 k hat, where v1, v2, v3 are all constant. So just take the determinant, try to expand it so that you will be arriving at the 0 vector. So we can say that curl of a constant vector is always equal to 0. Innone property, if f and z are two functions, then curl f plus g is equal to curl f plus curl g. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇಕಿದ್ರೆ ನಾವು f plus a minus g ಅಂತಾನೂ ಹಾಕೊಳ್ಬಹುದು. ಅವಾಗ ನಮ್ಮ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, curl f plus a minus curl g ಅಂತ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Let us see how we are going to prove this. Let us take the LHS. LHS is curl f plus g. So del definition vector differential operator definition ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ, ಮತ್ತೆ cross ಇದೆ, that is the cross product between del and f plus g. So write that. So now operate this on f plus g. So that gives you I hat cross dou by dou x of f plus g plus j hat cross dou by dou y of f plus g and k hat cross dou by dou z of f plus g. So now you can see that you have dou by dou x of f plus g. We can always write it as dou f by dou x plus dou g by dou x. So the same thing is written in all the three terms. Now what to do is collect all the f terms and collect all the g terms. So now once you collect all the f terms and g terms, you will see that they follow the definition of curl f and curl g. So curl of f plus g turns out to be curl f plus curl g. One more next property is about curl of grad phi. So for any scalar field phi, show that curl grad phi equal to 0. That is del cross del phi is equal to 0. So we need to show that curl of gradient of phi is always equal to 0. So what is given? Phi is given to be a scalar field. So what do we need? We need to find grad phi first and then apply curl to it. So first find grad phi. With the help of the definition of gradient, we can write gradient of phi as dou phi by dou x I hat plus dou phi by dou y j hat plus dou phi by dou z k hat. So now apply curl to this vector. You can see that grad phi is a vector. Once again, remember please that curl can be operated only to a vector and grad phi is a vector here. So now consider del cross del phi, which is curl grad phi. So use the definition of writing the curl in terms of determinant. So once you write, you know the grad phi is taking the place of f here, and so the components are dou phi by dou x, dou phi by dou y and dou phi by dou z. So that is in the third row. So now what you do is expand this determinant. Once you expand this determinant, you can see that the components here I cross whatever the term you have inside, that turns out to be 0 because of the continuity of the function. All the terms turn out to be 0, hence you are going to get curl grad phi as 0. So curl of gradient of phi is always equal to 0. What is a conservative vector? Let us look at the definition of this. A vector field f is said to be a conservative vector if there exists a scalar function phi such that f is equal to grad phi. Then phi is called a scalar potential of f and f is nothing but the conservative vector. Andre ಒಂದು ವೆಕ್ಟಾರ್ನ ಯಾವಾಗ ನಾವು ಕನ್ಸರ್ವೇಟಿವ್ ವೆಕ್ಟಾರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, if you are able to find a function phi such that f can be written as gradient of phi. If you are able to find a function phi in such a way that f is written as gradient of phi, then f is said to be conservative and phi is said to be the scalar potential of the conservative vector f. With this we can just note one important point, which is every conservative vector is an irrotational vector. Why is it? Because a conservative vector, if f is a conservative vector, then I can replace f by gradient of phi. And now to consider the irrotationality of a vector, I have to consider the curl of that vector and it should be turning out to be 0. So and that definitely turns out to be 0 because f is here grad phi and just now we have proved that curl grad phi is equal to 0. So curl grad phi equal to 0 implies if f is conservative, then curl f is always equal to 0. Let us consider few examples. So now we know the definition of curl of a vector, irrotational vector, properties of curl of a vector along with conservative vector. So with these definitions, we shall take a few examples and try to find curl of the given vector point function. So here f is given to be y square plus z square minus x square I hat plus z square plus x square minus y square j hat plus x square plus y square minus z square k hat. So f ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ನಮಗೆ ಏನು ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ? Find curl f of the following vector point functions ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. So f ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ, ನಾವು curl f ನ find out ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. So the problem is to find curl of the given vector field. So we know the definition. From the definition of curl f, we can write it in the form of determinant like this: I hat, j hat, k hat. Second row will be dou by dou x, dou by dou y and dou by dou z. And third row will be the components of the vector f. So you see here, ith component, jth component and kth component are written as third row. So once you have this determinant, try to expand the determinant. Usual way how we expand the determinant, you just expand the determinant and try to simplify. simplify the terms. So that will be the given value of curl of the given field F. Similarly, there is one more example. Here F is given to be e to the power xyz into I hat plus j hat plus k hat. So what are the components of F here? Just look at components of F is nothing but F1 I hat plus F2 j hat plus F3 k hat. And here all F1, F2, F3, all of them are same, e to the power xyz. So you have F, you need to find curl F. So once again, just write the definition of curl F, that in the form of determinant, first row with unit vector, second row with the operator del, and then third row with the components of the vector F. Then expand this determinant in the usual way how we expand any other determinant, and then perform this differentiation and simplify, take out the common terms. Then whatever the expression that you are going to get is nothing but curl of the given vector field. You can see here this is also a vector. Now here F is given, a vector F is given, and we need to show that div curl F equal to 0. That means you have to find curl F and then apply divergence to it. That should be giving you the answer as 0. So first what we have to do then, F is there. So let us find curl F first. Once we are ready with curl F, we can apply the divergence. First find curl F. Let us call that as the vector G, which is equal to, again use the same definition of curl in the form of determinant. So write I hat, j hat, k hat, dou by dou x, dou by dou y, dou by dou z, and the components of the vector F, x e to the power yz, y e to the power zx, z e to the power xy. So you are having the determinant which you need to expand. Once you expand, simplify, you see that you are ready with curl F. Once curl F is ready, we need to get the divergence of curl F. And you can see here curl F, we all know is a vector, and divergence can be applied to a vector. So consider the LHS divergence of curl F. And curl F we have denoted as G, therefore it is div G. And what is divergence of vector field F? So that is dou F1 by dou x plus dou F2 by dou y plus dou F3 by dou z. Here we have G. We have to write the components of G from this curl F vector, which is nothing but the vector G. So you have G1, G2 and G3. So you have dou G1 by dou x plus dou G2 by dou y plus dou G3 by dou z. So perform these differentiations and then simplify, which will give you the result to be equal to 0, and which is the required RHS. So we have shown that div curl F is equal to 0. One more example where this time we have to find curl of curl F. So first F is there, find curl F, and whatever the vector you are going to get, once again apply the curl to that vector. First let us find curl F. So curl F, once again call it as G and write the components of F in the third row along with the determinant which is the computational form of the curl of a vector field. Once you have the determinant, expand the determinant, simplify. So you are going to get curl F. So you can see here you have only the ith component and kth component. Jth component is coming out to be 0. So now you are ready with one curl F. Now we have to find curl of this curl F. So take the LHS, which is nothing but curl of curl F. So now curl F becomes the base vector, and for that we need to apply the curl. So now take the I, j, k components from this vector G and substitute in this determinant once again and expand. That will give you curl F. In this example, they have given you f in terms of gradient of a scalar field, and we have to verify that curl f is equal to 0. So that will be obvious, because if you remember, just now we have said the definition of conservative vector. If you can write a vector f as grad phi, then it is conservative vector, and for every conservative vector will be irrotational, means curl of that vector is going to be 0. So you can see here f is gradient of phi. So f is a conservative vector here, therefore it should be irrotational, which means that curl f must and should be equal to 0. We can as well use that result and try to write, but for the sake of understanding and continuing or remembering our gradient definitions and applying the gradient, what we will do is we will apply the gradient and try to get f in terms of its components f1, f2, f3. Once we are ready with f1, f2, f3, then apply curl to that and show that it is equal to 0. So given f is gradient of 2x cube y square z to the power 4, and according to the definition of gradient of phi, we have this as dou phi by dou x I hat plus dou phi by dou y j hat plus dou phi by dou z k hat. And once you are ready with this expression, you just have to differentiate the first term with respect to x, second term with respect to y, third term with respect to z. You are ready with the vector f in terms of its components. You can see I, j, k, you have f1 I hat plus f2 j hat plus f3 k hat. So now you can consider the LHS, which is curl f. So f is ready. So you can write the curl f in the form of the determinant. Next, expand the determinant and simplify. You can see that that turns out to be 0. Therefore, when f is written as gradient of a scalar point function, curl f is equal to 0, which we have seen as a property, and we are seeing that in the example that is being satisfied. So these are few examples what we had considered, and these are few references from where we have collected problems, definitions, and also some images and also the animations are taken from these websites. Thank you.